Welcome back, folks, to the Honda Snowblower channel on YouTube and Facebook called Honda Snowblower Enthusiast. Today I'm going to talk about why you should spend about 5 minutes greasing your augers every fall before the winter. And I'm going to give you a very good example why this is fairly easy to do and why you should do it and save yourself hundreds of dollars in repairs. Now, we've got the only Honda Snowblower channel on YouTube, and our goal is to help you save money on do-it-yourself maintenance and repairs. So please hit the like button and the subscribe to the channel so you can save money on anything that has to do with Honda Snowblowers. So let's get to it. I'm going to give you a very good example, very easy method to grease your augers and keep them lasting for a long time without damaging the very expensive auger gearbox. Okay, look at this damage here. This auger gearbox, I see 3 or 4 of these every winter. It's broken right here. There's all kinds of damage. You can see the auger where it broke off, or the piece is still stuck in there, which is going to be a job removing. Now, this is very easy to prevent, and this repair is like hundreds of dollars. The shaft alone is about $110. And then if you take it to a shop, they're going to tear the gearbox apart, change the bearings if necessary. The seals going to have to be changed. There may be a damaged gear in here too, and it's going to cost you $300. That's the quote I've been getting from shops on repairing one of these. They do not sell a gearbox unless you find one used. So for 5 minutes of your time, you can prevent this from happening. And this is what you can do every fall. It just takes a few minutes and a little bit of either penetrating oil. I like to use liquid wrench penetrating oil. And lubrication, like a WD-40 white lithium grease. I will put links to these products in the comments and the descriptions. Now, all you have to do every fall is remove your shear pin from each side and make sure that your augers turn. Okay, these turn. It's a little bit stiff, but they should turn all the way around with no problem. Now, if they don't, what you're going to have to do, like this one's a little bit stiff, what I'm going to do is take this end bolt out on your bucket and then spray some penetrating oil in there. I got a straw on my liquid wrench. This is penetrating oil. I can put it in the hole and spray a bunch of oil down there. And then I can work it. Then you want to work your auger back and forth, and hopefully it will loosen up and it will spin freely. Now, in extreme cases, you may have to take out this whole assembly, your auger assembly, and remove the augers, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the first thing you can do is spray some lubricant. Now, if they're working well, then you can use your some white lithium grease spray with a straw, and you can stick that in there and spray a liberal amount of lithium grease spray down there on both sides, okay? And then work your auger around and around and around. And as you use your machine, you're going to lubricate the shafts of the auger gearbox. This one's broken too. See, I'm going to have to take this apart, replace that shaft, which is $110. This one's got a lot of damage on it, but I use it for demonstration purposes. And when I take the auger assembly out, which is fairly easy, all you have to do is remove the shear bolt back here, your impeller shear bolt pin, and then remove these three little bolts here, and then your big bolt there on both sides. If you have a bracket, you release the bracket, and there's two bolts and nuts in here, and then the whole thing pulls out. And then after you've removed your shear pins, then you can remove the augers and do some preventive maintenance right here. So I use some anti-seize grease. I use Loctite copper anti-seize on the shafts here, and that will keep the augers from cementing or practically welding onto the shaft, which it did here. What happens is water gets in there, rusts up, and after several years, your shafts will get stuck onto the auger. And then when you hit something like a big piece of ice or a rock or a piece of wood or something, the shear pin's not going to break as it should. And what happens is, invariably happens, is that you break your shaft here. So this only takes a few minutes. I do mine every fall. All I do is take the bolt out, spray some more new lubricant down there, take the shear pin out, and just make sure they spin. And that way I can protect my gearbox from a very expensive repair. Okay, folks? So I hope this helps you and it saves you money. Please like and subscribe. It's something very easy to do. We're also on Facebook group called Honda Snowblower Enthusiasts. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.